Hello, everybody, or should I say every fish? It's Mayo Fish. This is the first episode of Mayo Fish Reeled In. Hold on, does something sound a little fishy? Well, look who's here, my great buddy Shannon. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I do. Hello, everyone. My name is Shannon, and I'm really excited to be on Mayo Fish's first podcast today, especially the pilot episode.
Okay, now let's proceed to the catch of the week. We're reeling it in now. And today's catch is urban legends. Shannon, do you know what an urban legend is?
I think I do, but maybe you should just explain it for the audience.
Urban legends or urban myths are stories about unusual or scary events that many people believe to be true. Usually, they are not,
Okay.
but we never know. For example, Bigfoot or Slender Man. So for this episode, we'll be discussing our top selected urban legends and if we believe them or not. Shannon, do you want to start or should I?
I think you should start.
Okay, I'll start. Okay, so I don't know if you've heard my urban legend. It originated in 2010 from a 4chan post.
Oh, okay.
And I'll describe it as someone who stalks players in single player worlds, often online, and they build strange structures and destroy blocks. Have you heard of Hero Prime?
I actually have. He is a childhood horror character of mine. I think we were all scared of
You ever
Hero
scared
Brian.
of him?
Who wasn't?
Okay, so you've heard of him, right? You
Yes.
know he looks like Steve, the main character?
Yes.
And have you ever seen him when you were playing Minecraft?
You know what? That's kind of hard to say because I mean, I don't recall, but I mean, I've been playing Minecraft ever since I was a child, so
Did you have the fear he was in your world when you heard about him?
I think there was a point where I was always scared that he's hacking into my world. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I personally never believed him.
What?
But there's a reason for this. There's a reason for
Okay.
this. It's because I started playing Minecraft in 2020. So
Ooh.
I was never at that age where, like, he's behind me.
Oh,
He's in my
right.
world. I already grew past that. And by that time, Herobrine, no one knew him anymore.
Oh, that's kind of true. I don't know if kids these days know who Hero Brian is.
Do you believe him, though? Do you still believe him?
I mean, where do you know where he came from? Like, I actually don't even know where he originated, or I
He
don't remember where he.
apparently he originated from a post on 4chan
Mhm.
where it just depicts a photo of Steve with white eyes behind the player. So that he was just in a video and they're like, Hero Brian is with us. But then it escalated, and some people have theories that he's actually Steve from an alternate world, or that he's even Notch's brother, the creator of
Oh,
Minecraft.
yes, I remember. Oh my gosh, it's coming back to me. I remember these theories as a kid.
Alright, that's enough about Hero Brian. Let's move on to Shannon's urban legend.
Okay, now time for my urban legend. So my urban legend is not super old, but it started in the 1990s, and it spread as people shared their experiences and encounters. My urban legend is called the Black-Eyed Children. Have you heard of it?
Oh yeah, I have.
You have?
We all have.
Oh, okay. I actually have not heard of it till I was researching for this podcast. But what it is that there's creepy encounters with children during the night where the children seem to have void-like black eyeballs with no white showing at all.
Like Hero Brian. Oh wait, never mind.
Oh, no, the
Okay,
opposite, the opposite of Hero Brian. The opposite of Hero Brian, basically. So the story is that these children they're around age up to age 16. They appear late at night and it goes kind of like this. Okay, Venus. So imagine you're driving home at night, right?
Okay, yeah.
And the streets are all empty and everything is quiet.
Okay.
And suddenly you slow down because you see a little kid, like 8 years old or something.
I wouldn't do that.
Hey, wait, let me
Okay.
continue. And they're just walking by themselves.
Okay.
And I don't know about you, but I would probably want to stop. You know?
I'll maybe roll my window down.
Yeah, okay. Let's say you do that. You roll your window down, and the child has no facial expression,
Okay.
and their eyes, like I said, are fully black, but everything else about them is pretty normal.
Okay.
However, you feel an eerie sense of like fear, and the child asks you if you could help them get home,
Oh, hell no.
or if they could get in your car.
No.
Or in other instances, they knock at your door and ask to be let in.
No.
What would you do?
Roll my window up. I would probably keep my window a crack open because obviously I'm a little scared, so I'd keep the window crack open, but my car locked, and then I'd dial 911 and report a kid, and then maybe I'll just stay in the car while they're outside.
Really, even if they seem harmless. It's just a little child. What if they're like, it's cold out here? What would you
I
do?
typically, if I have a bad feeling, I
Yeah.
usually stick to my gut. I would probably I would stay with them, but in my vehicle. I'm sorry. If I don't trust the kid, I usually make a good judgment of people from work and stuff.
Yeah.
So if I deem them I feel unsafe or something, I'm sorry, I gotta put me first.
Okay, that's fair. For me, though, I feel like honestly, I'd probably help them. Because, what if they're disabled or something, Like, I might ignore the eyes. Because it's a child. I feel like I'm pretty, like, a kind person. I have a lot of empathy. So, especially if it's a child, I wouldn't even think about it. Okay, another scary thing about this urban legend is that it's kind of true. I mean, for example, a lot of people these days, they use this tactic to traffic or kidnap other people, especially women. For example, they'll use children to lure people to abduct them or harm them. And I always emphasize being kind in our world, but it's instances like these that you can't sometimes. Like, does that mean you should never help people? What do you think?
I would have to deem the situation. I'd have to investigate the situation and see if it's safe or not. Because I low key get a little nervous when there's a flyer on my car or like a plastic bag
Yeah.
because that could also be a tactic to just take people. But also,
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What happens if you do help the black child?
Okay, well, nobody knows for sure what happens if you do let the child in your car or in your house. Some people have said that the child disappears immediately, but
Uh-huh.
then whoever let them in has is psychologically traumatized or their pet randomly dies. So no one really knows for sure what happens. And there's also no evidence of these children whatsoever.
Okay, do you believe it? Like, if you saw a kid on the road, would you believe it's the black-eyed children and leave?
Well, I mean, if they have black eyes, then
Yeah, that's
he
true.
kind of got to. There are two movies also made on this urban legend. I haven't
Really?
watched them, but there's one called Black Eyed Kids that came out in 2012, and there's also a recent one called Black Eyed Children, which came out in 2025.
Oh, I didn't see it. I haven't heard of any of
Well,
those.
I haven't heard of them either, but they could be a good watch if you want to learn more about this urban legend at all.
Maybe. There's also good YouTube videos on them. I watched it when I was a kid.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of scared
You're
now,
scared?
a little
There might
bit.
be one behind you. Maybe our
Hey,
dark room.
no, we're not.
Okay, let us know if you guys have heard of these legends and if you believe them or not. Maybe you've even experienced Hero Brian or the Black Eyed Children. Now, to wrap things up, a question or two from our audience. Obviously, this is the first episode, so there was no comment section for the audience to ask questions, but I did ask my prior fan base for some general questions that are not related to the topic. Anyways, first question comes in from Narame. Narame. Her question is, what do you think about tipping minimum wage workers? Hello, is the mic on?
Okay, well, I didn't expect a question like that on today's podcast, but on the contrary, I am a minimum wage worker and you are too.
Yes, I am. I am.
So, this is just our opinion, guys. Don't cancel us or anything. But for me, I think it depends a little bit because I think tipping culture is a really American thing.
Yep.
And well, actually it is in other cultures as well, but it's really heavy in America. And I think that started because
They weren't being paid minimum wage.
yeah, they weren't even being paid minimum wage.
Yeah.
And I know inflation and everything is crazy. I mean, minimum
Yeah.
wage is not
Yeah.
should be higher. That's like a very low minimum. But I mean, I don't get tips
I don't get tips either.
because we both work retail.
Yeah. But we still help people.
Yeah. And even the popular places where you tip, such as restaurants like servers, for
Mhm.
example, they also get paid minimum
Pay
wage.
more.
Yeah, and they do get tips. So I I I might people might hate me for this, but
Okay.
I rarely tip, or I tip very little just because I have to. But I think when it's a small business
Yeah, I tip
and you
more. I tip
really
more.
like their service, then a tip is
A tip
good,
is good. Yeah.
But if it's like, a big restaurant or where else would you tip?
Okay, for example, we went to Olive Garden the other day and they ignored our table the whole time. So,
Yeah.
and it was just really bad service. And then I still tip 10%, but like I think we should still be tipping based on service, not a required 15%. Like I see these machines starting at 18%. 18% is my whole paycheck. I only work 8 hours.
And I know people say, "Oh, don't eat out if you can't tip." But what about like retail workers, for
Yeah.
example? We don't even get an option to tip, right? Or like to get a
Yeah.
tip. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, you worked at a restaurant. I
Yeah, I
haven't, but
did.
you worked at a
I did
restaurant,
work
right?
at a
Like, how
restaurant.
was that compared to, how
Okay,
was it?
okay. So I worked at a restaurant before. I think tipping got really out of hand or like really popularized after 2020. I worked in a restaurant in 2019, 2020 summer, I think.
Yeah.
So tipping wasn't a thing yet because it was still COVID and no one was going out to eat. So I think people tipped what they wanted. And I was before this big boom of the 18% because I worked at a pretty nice restaurant, so I'm pretty sure they
Yeah.
probably get tipped a lot now. I was still bringing home an extra $100 a week,
Oh my
and my
gosh.
minimum wage back then was $14. So like it was a good amount of money, I think, on top of my like minimum wage because I was still making minimum wage.
Yeah. And then there's me in my retail job where they take my union fees and they take my pension, which I guess is good. But, you know,
Yeah,
it is what it is, I guess. Depends where you're working. But yeah, I think I'm just going to continue not trying to feel too pressured to tip.
yeah. I think if they deserve the tip, I'll tip them. But if it's like they do nothing and then they ask for 18%, I'm be a little peeved.
Because I think I know I said minimum wage is really low, but that's what everyone gets, right? You
Yep.
know?
That's not like America. We ain't America. All right.
Yeah.
Second question. Okay, well, thank you for the great question, Narame. I hope that answered everything you're thinking about. And I don't know why you wanted us to answer that question, but I hope like your questions are answered.
And that was just our opinion as well.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Now, next to the second question. This one is coming from Shannon herself.
Yeah, I actually do have a question. It's really important.
Yep.
All right. Venus.
Yep.
Oh shoot. Okay, so my question is, did you eat lunch yet, Mayo Fish?
Shannon, this might sound a little crazy. I have not.
Well, I have not either. You know what that means?
That means it's time we cast out our fishing rods once more.
And we bring in our next meal.
Yeah, we bring in our next catch for next week. Thank you for being here, Shannon.
Thanks for inviting me, Mayo Fish. That was really fun.
Do you have any last words?
I enjoyed doing your podcast and I can't wait to see your next one.
All right. See you guys next week with a different guest. And you won't believe who it is. Spoiler, it's All right, bye guys.
Bye-bye.
This concludes the first episode of Mayo Fish Reeled In with my special guest Shannon. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys have any questions you would like for me to answer or ask a guest, please feel free to leave them down below in the comments as well. I will pick 1 or 2 questions every week to go over with my guest. Thank you.